Hi, welcome back to another Blender tutorial. This is Blender 2.62, and today we're going to model a chess piece by spinning it around the Z-axis. To do that, remember I can toggle in and out of the toolbar by hitting T. I can toggle in and out of my Properties menu by hitting N. And so I'm going to go down into my Properties menu, and I'm going to choose Background Images. When I choose Background Images, I can open, and I'll go to where I've saved some images of chess pieces. I've downloaded these from the internet. If I click on this little icon, I can see little tiles. I'm going to do the pawn first because the pawn's probably the simplest shape to spin. So I'll double click on that, and right away I notice that it did not appear inside of my window. So to fix that, we're going to go ahead and choose 1 to go to front view, and then when I hit 5 to go to ortho view, the pawn will appear. Now the pawn's bigger than I want it to be, so I'm going to make a couple of adjustments down here in the Properties window. First of all, the opacity is set to 0.5. That's fine, but I'm going to change the size to 2 Blender units. I'm also going to move this edge along the vertical or Z-axis because that's the axis that I want to spin. So I'm going to go ahead. I can't grab it here and move it over. I need to move it down here. The red axis is the X-axis, so I'm just going to click on this, and it will move over in the X direction. Now once I have that lined up, I'm good to go. Before I delete my cube, I want to hit go into the edit mode, because now if I delete my cube, I have nothing, no vertices here. So it would be hard to go from object mode into edit mode if there's no vertices or no objects to deal with. And so what I'm going to do now, since I'm in edit mode, I can hit Control left mouse button. Okay, so I'm holding down the Control key. Left mouse button is going to place a vertex right there. And I can do this all the way around my chess piece. Now this gizmo is going to get in my way, so I'm going to click on this guy to get rid of the gizmo. And as I move around, I'm just going to go ahead and just like connect the dots. I'm going to go ahead and put a line of vertices all connected just by hitting the Control key. And I'm going rather quickly because I don't want to lose people's attention. And I'm used to working with high school students who have a very short attention span, believe it or not. And so I'll do this probably faster than you will. But as we move through this pawn, we're going to find out that it just takes a few of these vertices to connect. Now, I've got this guy on top. We can see he's highlighted. I've got one vertex highlighted, so I'm going to go ahead and shift right click, and now I have 2 highlighted, and I can hit F for fill. Okay, now if I hit A for deselect all and then A again to select all, I am ready to spin this shape around the Z-axis. So here we go. I'll go ahead now and I'll get rid of my Properties menu. I'm going to go ahead and hit T for the toolbar, and I'm just going to go to spin. And it's going to look a little weird at first, but don't panic. All we have to do is change some of these settings. First of all, it's 9 steps. I'm going to change that to 36 steps. So it'll be about, we'll have a step about every 10 degrees. But I'm just going to change this from 90 to 360 degrees. Makes a complete circle. And as I change these guys are already set to 0 actually. And I'm going to come down here now, and I'm going to change this guy to 0. So I'm going to be spinning this around the Z-axis, and so now I have my pawn. Now you'll notice that as the pieces wrap around, I get these doubles, and so to get rid of the doubles, I'm going to hit W for this little pop-up window, and then I'm going to simply say remove doubles. Actually, before I do that, I have to hit A to deselect all, A again to select all, W, and then I say remove doubles, and it says it removed 67 vertices. Okay, at this point I can hit F12 and I get my first look at my pawn. I can see it's a little bit rough, it's a little bit, maybe there's not exactly the shape I wanted, but it gives me my starting point, and I can then work a very simple way to spin an object, and now I have a 3-dimensional object that I began working with. Okay, that's it for today. Bye.